underway in the second half of this Golden Valley match of the day. Seymour and Rochester head to head here at Kings Park Oval. Getting the ball up again. Didn't go far that time, Wes.
Didn't. So players converge on the scene now. Brennan wins it down, but only so far as the Lions. Running onto it there was Sturgis, but the free kick is actually going to go the way of the Lions. And the player in question is Jack Murphy. So Murphy with a short kick and spots up a teammate. Jake O'Brien offloads to Rory Scopel, kicks to the pocket now, and Clifton's in the vicinity. The ball over the boundary line and to be thrown in 15 metres around.
Boundary umpire gives it a big heave in. Two ruckmen at it. Brennan got the tap down, I think, on that occasion. He's locked up again. Another ball up to take place. We kept stats last week of ball ups. There's that many of them.
There'll be a few today. Here's another one. The pack around the football. The Lions in attack. What can they conjure up at ground level? A little bit of tunnel ball happening there. And the tackle is laid and that ball is going nowhere.
Feel like slow motion on that occasion. So the umpire throws it into the air and comes down. Looking for the free kick there was Clifton, didn't get it all the same. The kick off the ground, sees it wide. Sean Williams takes it away and kicks it out to that outer side. Matt O'Keefe's out there in front, holding onto the footy. It's over the boundary line, it'll be thrown in.
Matty O'Keefe looked well inside the boundary then.
He did, it's a long way. It's quite wide actually.
Beautiful ground here at Seymour's Kings Park. The ball thrown in. Front position with Sturgis, and he gathers possession. He's grabbed high on that occasion. Wins a free kick at right half back.
Put his body on the line here today for Seymour, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's been good today. Sturgis, worm-burning kick, uses the club side wing, and the mark's taken. Jordan Hockley, Jack Murphy it might have been in fact, he kicks along that club side wing, but one back, here's Ash Watson, swings onto the left boot, hugs the boundary very, very close, and a good mark taken by Dylan Scopel under a fair bit of duress.
Schofield on the half-back flank. Just kicks straight down the line. Good kick. Coming forward was Jake O'Brien to take that mark. Looks across the ground to see what's on. Doesn't want to really kick down the line, but has to. Stabs at the footy. Pass was under pressure, and it's out of bounds. It's on the foot, was it? Must have been.
Yeah, hugging the boundary a little too closely. So the Tigers on centre wing. Attacked by the left half forward flank, and the kick's ill-directed. It's cut off by the Lions, who move it on very quickly. The mark taken in midfield. And now Jordan Hockley can move it on. He swings onto his right boot, kicks towards half forward. He's got a target up forward. The player in question is Rory Scopel. The kick off the ground from the Lions. Does it go the journey? It's across the face and it hammers into the base of the left goal post.
But the Tigers are quick to bring the ball out from full back. Target over there was Bacon. Steps down the line. O'Keefe's there. They look at that. Took a strength, gave it to Cole. Dished it off once more. And the ball by Murphy sends it to Falcone. Falcone into half forward. Good work there by the Lions. They used some teamwork effectively on that occasion.
Rory Scopel. Rory Scopel almost directly in front. Will kick from 45 metres. Comes in to the eastern end of the ground. It's holding its line to the right. It's through for a behind.
he'll do the kicking in on this occasion. Not sure where to go, does. Now, kick it wide. Got forward though by the Lions. Little hand pass out. Chance for them to go forward through Palmer. Come around and kick the ball out. They were looking over there for Strubens. He perches himself under the foot and takes the mark. His kick smothered as he wanted to move it quickly, but it did get to Anderson where this time. Gets around his opponent there and kicks down the line. Good work, Sean
Williams looks to cross the footy. He calls the lead forward, and he does now cross the football. He's got a man in midfield. Taken. He moves it on very quickly with a kick towards right half forward flank. 1-on-1. Matty O'Keefe leads his opponent to the football, but spills the mark. The ball at ground level opens up an opportunity. Here's Strubitz. He's got 3 already. He offloads to his teammate in Nick O'Connor, and from the angle it's Jared Bacon kicks the goal.
Rochester just opening up that margin once more as the ball's thrown up in the centre, and immediately a player's again tackled. It's moving but only a little way at a time, but the ball into half forward, coming out and taking the mark as Hamish Hopple.
So the lead is strong, and the Rochester Tigers with an opportunity, although it's taken by Matty O'Keefe, and he finds the refuge of the boundary line to the right of the commentary position. The lead was set by Jared Bacon on that occasion. Elliot Bowen palms across the top, taken by Sean Williams. Shot on goal for the Tigers, it's across the face. And in fact, it doesn't register a score.
Tom Freeman with the footy in his hands, the left foot kick, nice one. They go, no mark taken, but gee, there's plenty of Tigers around the footy here from half forward. The quick kick, Lux of Fortune, mark taken by Nick O'Connor. Don't you love it when the players indicate to the umpire who's on the mark and who's not?
Nick O'Connor, he runs around, swings onto the boot, the right boot, and misses. Puts it across the face of goal from behind.
Harry Wheeler kicks the ball to his advantage, plays on and now delivers it outside the 50-metre arc. The target over there was O'Brien. Picked it up though and was able to get it towards that centre wing position. It's out the back. Can they get there before the boundary line looms? They can't, it'll be a throw in. Good crowd over there though, Wes. Good crowd in under the cover there.
Indeed. Normally pull a really good gate here at Seymour. Very popular, well-supported club. Ball thrown in. McMahon up against Glenhill, palmed forward to the footy. Little kick off the ground came from the boot of Sturgis. The boundary looms large once again, and we'll see the boundary umpire come into play yet again.
Such a pretty ground, this one.
Yeah, it's a great spot, Kings Park.
Ball's thrown back into play. They really wrestle each other there in that ruck contest. Getting down there with Sturgis, got a hand pass out. Across it went there to Clifton. His hand pass was really ineffective as the ball's to the boundary line, and it'll be thrown in once more. Bet some of those gum trees could talk.
They could. There's Glenhill from behind, palms it down, but it's the Lions with a takeaway, streaming forward, just well weighted. Now Clifton, long kick towards the goal square. It might go the journey. It bounces and it's bounced through.
Great goal that. Seymour's never say die attitude is keeping them in this game. Up they go again in the centre, trying to get out with the football was Cole. How did he get rid of that? Coming out and taking it was Drubens. It goes to half forward. Oh, running over the top of the football was Gropers. They were able to pick it up and deliver it outside the 50 arc, and they kick it to centre wing. Good kick off the ground that time by Falcone. Sees it towards the half forward line, but there's nobody at home. And the ball's going to come back from where it came from. Mark taken there by Nathan McCarthy.
A well-weighted kick, although putting his teammate under a bit of pressure ultimately. And now the takeaway with Billy Cox. Met his opponent pretty heavily there. The kick forward from Billy Cox. Now an opportunity opens up for the Lions with great work by Strubens. He's been very, very good today, with the exception of that kick, which sails over the boundary line by 5 metres.
You wrap him up and guess what? He'll let you down.
That's it.
So it's going to be a Cole to bring the ball back into play. Nice long kick, up they go. Clifton couldn't take the mark there, but the ball's played on and it brought back in towards the corridor area, and the big timber's there. But it bounces over the top of them all. A kick off the ground sends it further forward for Rochester.
Now it's a 2-on-2 situation. The fumble by the Lions, but ultimately picked up by Matty O'Keefe. Sweeping handball with the left to Colbert. Colbert looks out wide and kicks towards the advantage of a sliding McMahon. McMahon with the handball puts his teammate under pressure because he was standing still, but here's Colbert receiving the looping handball. Inside 50 now, the big leap came from the Lions. The ball at ground level, the heavy tackle laid, the pack forms, and the umpire says, we'll have a ball up.
Twelve and a half minutes gone of this, the third quarter. Nice little knockout, but did not really to an advantage. Cole tries to get through. They keep the ball in front of them and now goes back to go forward. The kick is high into that forward line, but they perch underneath it. The defence working well for Rochester.
So the Tigers come out to the commentary side of the ground. Elliot Bowen's the target he marks. Still the defensive side of centre wing. Kick now is driving the line, the Tigers forward, half forward flank contest forms. Daniel Anderson's there, the ball at ground level, sweeping handle out to Colbert. He's been really good today now, kicks towards centre wing, a one-on-one situation, ball fisted forward, taken by Harry Wheeler, kick smothered. There's an opportunity for Jason Cole, but it's cut off by the Tigers. The kick towards half forward, and that's going to bounce and over the line for a throw-in in front of us.
Look at that boundary line. They didn't have boundaries that big at Waverley Park.
It's huge, isn't it? There's no danger of anyone running into the fence.
Ball will be thrown back into play. Coming up 14 minutes of the third quarter. To the front it goes. Little scoop out, that was by Wheeler. Got it across, and Brett Colbert, who's played fantastic footy in this quarter, sees it right, wanting Freeman to run onto it. He does. Can he pick it up and get away? He can't. The ball's over the boundary line for throwing. Rain keeps drizzling down, doesn't it?
It does indeed. Pack forms in front of the Ken Daniels stand. Front positions with Brennan, fisted away by Grenfell. It's been a familiar contest throughout the course of the day. The kick forward for the Tigers. And the last line of defence is Dylan Scopel. Looping handball over the top. Eventually Colbert once again. He's being the Lions' best this term, although that's a pretty ordinary kick. Jason Cole gathers. He's wrapped up in the tackle, and there's no progressing the football there for the Seymour Lions, as we'll have the umpire come into play once again.
Bit of a trend there, Wes. Every time you wrap them up.
Put the moz on them.
certainly do as the ball's thrown back up and taken away was Wheeler. Kicks the ball looking down there for Clifton, but too good there. James Gladhill brings the ball back inboard, looking there for Bright, but he can't pick it up, and the defence under some pressure. Gladhill hands it off. Bright with the footy. Here's Bright and Breezy. Down the line he goes, and Mark not taken. It was stolen away in the end, and back towards that centre wing position.
Good work by Harry Wheeler. Didn't second guess on that occasion.
Just attack the footy.
That's it. Wrestle on between Grenfell and Brennan as Grenfell tries to knock it over the back on that occasion. The ball spills out to the advantage of the Lions. Nice gather on that occasion. Bit of a tug on the shorts and dispossessed. And now the Tigers through the agency of Nathan McCarty. He loses possession. Gathered by Falcone. He too finds Sharon a little bit too hard to handle. The kick forward. Opportunity now for Bowen. Quickly offloads to the advantage of Anderson. Anderson swings onto the left. Here's an opportunity opening up for Strubance. Can he regain his feet? No, he can't. Matty O'Keefe does very well in defence and then lays a big tackle. The umpire says dispossessed, and Falcone to take it away for the Lions.
Does it well. Sends it back towards the centre wing position in the way. Sam Brennan has the footy. Looks up to see what's on offer, and now sends it towards the boundary line. After it there is the big man in Elliot Bowen, but the ball beats them to the boundary line and it'll be a throw in.
Mainly Rochester supporters in the warmth of the Ken Daniels stand as the ball thrown in right in front of them. Brennan knocked off the footy, gathered by the Tigers. Hurried kick as the player was swung, running onto it. An opportunity for Trent Bacon. Goes to ground. Here's Matty O'Keefe. He's been resilient. Finds Scopel by hand, who in turn offloads to Jason Cole. He kicks towards the centre wing, taken by Gledhill, who's got a similar hairstyle to Jason Cole. Kick inside. Oh, plays on and then tackled.
Get rid of it.
He didn't get rid of it. The umpire gives him the advantage there. Here's Falcone. Drives his team forward. Long kick to a 2-on-2 situation. The target there was Jordan Hockley. The ball goes to ground. The Tigers gather possession and they have the opportunity to take it away.
So Brennan the ball comes back and a high fly. That up high there was Ben Clifton. Couldn't grab hold of the footy and probably not likely to on a day like today. Little nudge out, sees the ball behind the players and the races on for it. Little kick off the ground. That was off the side of the boot in the end. But they had some numbers here and getting out of trouble. Back of the head and then a hand pass. The kick comes into half forward. Good marking contest there. This is the way to do it. Sink the slipper into it.
It was the big barrel coming out there from the Lions out of defence. The foot race is on. It's approaching us in the commentary position. Nice gather by Jack Murphy. Goes back inboard and spots up his teammate in Billy Cox. So Cox, defensive side of centre wing, looks inside and finds Grenfell.
Good composure, wasn't it?
It was. He'll waste no time and switches play to the opposite side of the ground. Now there's a 2-on-1 situation, so the Lions can clock up a couple of added possessions here, and they'll drive forward through the agency of Rory Scopel, although his kick is off target and bouncing over the boundary line 30 metres around.
It's been a good quarter of footy. This is the third. We've played 19 minutes of it. The ball's to the boundary, and there's a free kick. It's going to go Cole's way. Is it Cole?
Yes.
Yeah, it is. He's got to go and get his own footy though. Is he coming off?
It's going off.
Must have a bit of a blood rule, maybe. You know who's got the ball there, Liz?
That is Rory Scopel. Rory Scopel with a shot on goal, makes no mistake. And the Lions have got another.
So the ball's back in the centre. Only 15 points of margin now as the ball is still in the centre of the ground where it's so difficult to get out. There's a ton of ball in there as the players converge on it. Now a rush kick comes out and the race will be on for the footy. Out towards the half-forward line for Rochester. Picking it up was Williams. Did it beautifully in the end. The nice kick into the hop spot. He's looking up there for Strobens. He couldn't mark it. They come through like a train. Shot towards the goal by Hopple. And he's put it through. Just when you think they're getting back into the game,
Tigers put another one on.
Rochester just got the presence of mind.
Six separate goal kickers for the Tigers as they lead by 21 points. Opportunity for McMahon. Ball comes out for the Lions. Here's Wheeler, drives his side forward. Not attempting to mark the Tigers there on that occasion, just palming the ball away. Dangerously so because it's gathered by Jake O'Brien. He kicks towards the advantage of Jordan Hockley. Hockley forced hard up against the boundary and ultimately over Mitch Bright, looking for the refuge of the line.
Only 2 minutes coming up on the clock as the ball's thrown in and it goes to the front of the pack. Chance for Scopel again, but they take it away. The Tigers, a little kick off the ground towards the boundary line. Scopel puts his hand up and said, I did it. I kicked it out. And he did, and there will be a throw in.
He's had a good turn.
He has. For the opportunities he's had. There's a big body up in that forward line.
The opposing number 14s go at it. McMahon had front position, palmed down by Brennan. Ball spills to the back of the pack, fisted away by the Tigers. Here's an opportunity for them to go forward. Scrubbing sort of kick forward. It's cut off by the player there in Brent Colbert. Colbert sends it to the outer side of the ground, in fact, which is the clubroom side of the ground. Taken by the Tigers, swinging onto the left, looking for Dylan Cuttress. Nice collect by Cuttress, although he can't get his kick away. There's Matty O'Keefe, leads Hoople to the footy. Now the ball at ground level. Little kick off the ground comes from Cuttress, and the siren sounds.